I swear. Okay. I was about to fight. Anyway, let's try that again. Hi! I was just testing you all. Hello, everyone. And it's crazy because I'm like, the green light is on. I have the green light. Why don't I have the audio? Rude. Anyway, hello, everyone. But I got to use the rage emoji or emote for the first time. I'm going to keep calling them emojis until like a year from now. I was too hyped. Relo! First time in the chat. What is up? Thank you for joining. You get some booginess. We like to boogie down. Uber Dead. It is the sounds of silence. It's the sound of your soul. Now that's gonna be stuck in my head. Not even a Sims emoji? Well, Walls, I do have some. I do. Oh, I love the crossover alien and cat. I do have them. But I have like such a limited space like already. I want to make some that are of like my crazy face. But I do have them. I have a Plum Bob and I have a Bella that's like doing a little wave bit. Ninja, you got that watch streak? Amazing. Thank you. Darling, we can hear you now, darling. Are you there, darling? Please speak up, darling, if you are in the chat. Thank you. I agree. Well, so what happened, I unplugged because I have a nice little splitter that has my cameras and the mic. But they just stay on forever unless I unplug them, like even when they're like sleeping. Because I went to go touch them and the mic or the camera that I have is just a little small, little baby cube. And I touched it and it was so warm. And I was like, this can't be good in the long run. So I'll just unplug. And I replug it in when I start up the computer. And it's been fine. And then other times it's like, oh, we can't recognize this device. I'm like, you stay plugged in all the time. What are you talking about? Why are you doing this? But anyway, we are hyped, and yeah, OBS can get a punch in the face every single day. At least it wasn't that long. But to me, like, please understand, it feels like it's 8 hours of me just being super, super embarrassing. And I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, there's no audio. And I'm like, I just want to walk into traffic. Oh, Walls, you meant no Sims word bubble. I know. I need like or just like the little icons that would show up because you need that for the Simlish. But you know, that's a good idea because I feel like little mishaps are bound to happen. So I'm sure something like that will happen again. That would be fun. Just have like a little rage. But that's why I have this. You guys, I'm not even gonna lie. Today, like, hit me over the head with a 2x4. It was horrible, start to finish. Everything that could go wrong. It was one of those days where I was like, everything is just like compounding. Even little things, just like not on my side today. Not on my side. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna pour a glass. I'm going to talk to all of you wonderful people because it always makes me feel better. Even when I'm tired and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be like on top of my game. Oh, what was that? Wine emote. Oh, better take a sip. But I always want to, like I said, just like be like up and at the top of my game whenever we get to chat. But I feel like you guys always bring it out. Even when I am like dead on the couch. About 10 minutes ago, this is how like close it was. I hear this scampering, these little sounds of tiny little feet doing tiny mischievous things. And the kittens escaped. And I'm like, how did you guys get out? Thank God this didn't happen like at night and I didn't know and they're just roaming the house. They had chewed through the little pop-up enclosure and they bit off one of the teeth from the zipper. Found out that it was like, oh, this is like the opening. This is how we can do it. They chewed through that, broke the zipper, got it off the track, and were able to push their little heads in to open it up enough to sneak out. And then when one went out, then they were all like, oh, it's a free-for-all. It was like the Area 51 storming, but like with kittens. So I was like, oh my God. So I'm sewing this thing back closed. Cause like I can't pin it because like I don't want it to have any like sharp points for their tender little beans. So I'm like, I've got to sew it by hand. Obviously can't put this, you know, little pop-up tent through the machine. So it was like down to the wire, but I was able to like get that secure, put them away, and come up here. So I feel like analog failed me, digital failed me, but you guys didn't fail me. And I thank you for that. Electronics and heat have a love-hate relationship. That is true. Uberdead, you have never lied. Cause like I love being warm. Like love a nice hot tub, love a little sauna. Always nice. But when it's so hot that like the inside of your car is boiling and your own seat buckle like brands you if you touch it too soon, no. When it gets so hot that like your eyelids heat up and when you blink they're warm, you've gone too far. You've gone too far. So it's like I want just a little bit, just enough. Technology, wonderful. I can connect with you guys. I can buy fabric from overseas because there's no Joann's anymore. Not like I'm bitter or bring it up every stream. But then other times I'm like, why are you so stupid? Why can't you recognize this device that you've had plugged in for like weeks now? Why? Ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. It is a holiday in Canada. Well, cheers to Victoria Day. What is the customary celebration for Victoria Day? I have to know if there are any traditions that we can do. Is it drinking wine? Do you celebrate with drinking wine? Because if that's the case, I'm way ahead of you. Oh, you have a little pop-up play tent, like for the puppies. Can you puppies, kittens? If it holds them back, they're prison break. They're great escape. Absolutely. Also, Dragon, hello. Nesto, hello. Relo, I've had lots of stories of electronics failing you, even upgrades. Oh yeah. Well, one time, this was like somewhat recent, like when I had a complete, I couldn't figure out. Now I kind of know when OBS is like, oh, you're muted, or oh, your camera is just gonna stop working. I know what to do now. But still in the moment, I'm just like, I panic. I panic. Also, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Relo or Rilo? Rilo? Please correct me, because I want to say it correctly. So, Walls, you usually barbecue, known as May 2-4 case of beer. Oh, well then. Happy Victoria Day. For the barbecue, I might have to do a little, I do a little cheat, like, I can do like a vegetable shish kebab, throw that on the grill. Put a whole portobello on the grill, and I'll make that, so while everybody else is doing burgers, I'll just have a big portobello. They are ground umbrellas. It's the scientific term. Throw those on. I'm set. So yes, I barbecue. It's just not meat barbecue. But the beer I can clean up no problem. Hey yo. Lydia, we have one. It didn't work for what I wanted, so if I find it, you can have it. I will take it. Absolutely. Nesto, how is your day going? Your evening? Now I don't remember what I said. Hang on. Is it Relo? Is it like Relo? Or like Rilo. Because I have to know. I would never want to call you Raylo, because that would just be the death penalty for the both of us. So we cannot have that. Rilo. Okay, perfect. Rilo. So it's very simple, like Ryloth. Okay, I got you locked in. All right. Rilo, we've got it. All right, fabulous. So I bonk myself for any goofs on pronouncing it. Oh my God. But I will have you guys know that while I have been running around scatterbrain fighting technology and analog things, it has been a very productive week. I just finished, like maybe 2 hours ago, putting in all of the orders for everything for PFF. So that is ordering. Do you guys want to see them? Some of you may have already seen them because they're on my store in V, my merch store. But I got some new stickers that came in, replacing some of the other ones. But I have them now in a nice sheet, so you can get the whole set in one go, and it'll be the complete set. So there's some that are still missing from here, but I just think they're super cute. So if you haven't seen them, this is what some of the stickers look like. So I have the cosplay ones, and then specifically for you guys, I got some stickers that are the emotes. So there's a set of those as well, and I'm just doing a limited run because I want to see how people like them. And then if you guys do, then I'll make some more. Nothing crazy. Nothing's over $10. I believe that things should be priced fairly, and while things are expensive, I don't care because I'm not trying to bleed people dry. So things are either $10, $5, $2, or $1 in the store. So, and that'll be the same in person. And I also got some really cool limited edition prints. And these are holographic, so they have the really cool like crystal crackle holographic effect. They're a little bit small. They're kind of an odd size, more like kind of like postcard size. I think they're 5.5 by 8.5. 5.5 by 8.5. So not quite an 8 by 10, but with matting. If you were one of those people that likes to frame and mat, that's about the size that it would be. But they are all unique. So there's 16, and once they're gone, they are gone. But it was super fun to make those. And yeah, I know, Ninja, listen, I'm so excited. I love when I can offer things that are like unique. So it's like if you get one, that is it. That is the only one. And there's some people that are super brand new. I had to do such a huge overhaul. There were so many prints that I didn't have in the store, which I still don't, but I will have them at PFF, and then anything that is left over will go straight to the store in V. So, I mean, this was like, I had some Clea prints that were on there. I had Destiny. Coupe has some already. I have a couple of like my OC characters, some that made the calendar, but never had prints. But because they are portrait style, they're different poses. I had some Jubilees that I never made before, especially on the holographic. I was like, Jubilee definitely needs to have one. So yeah, a handful of a ton of new prints. There were so many that were just like ancient, I feel like, and they're still obviously like good prints, and I still have the costumes. I still wear them. It's just I know that I'm like, oh man, this shoot was years ago. Like I want to do like a revamp of a lot, but if the image is good, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. Don't fix it. So yeah, the Chibi Sarahs are here. Lydia the Wasp sticker lives on your fridge. I'm the happiest place on earth. Grinch, hello, welcome. Oh, I am gracious. Oh, well, thank you. I didn't know. I didn't know what I did, but thank you. But yeah, just like the time, you don't realize like how much time goes into it. Cause like I go in, And like I get everything like sized right, get everything submitted, make sure that the print is good. And it's so much like little stuff that you have to do and check before the order goes in, and then to make sure that it gets here in time. So I've got like a week grace period, which is like perfect. So I'm not gonna be pushing it super down to the wire. I figured it would be better to do multiple prints or multiple like characters and like variety of prints than like quantity of prints. So I'm going to have a pretty extensive selection, but I'm just doing like 2 or 3 of each one. So when they're gone, they're gone. I'll restock like the regular 11x17s. The only specialty ones would be just the holographic ones specifically. So there will be 16 of those little kind of like a postcard size, and that is complete. I still have buttons, so they're like 1.5" pin back buttons. Obviously you saw the stickers, but not the emote ones, but they'll be coming soon. And what else did I get? Yay! Welcome, hello. This is crazy. So yeah, I also upgraded some of my alerts. So now you have a star in saying that this group is full of weirdos and the best type in every way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and welcome. I gotta give all of the love and all of the hype. You are amazing. You guys, this is like celebratory time. Now I'm lost in the chat. Okay, there we go. Yeah! Oh my god. Nesto, right? Rilo? Killing it. Thank you so much. Creative Geek, hello. Good evening. Wow, okay. Rilo, I've got something for you. I've got something for you. I appreciate that. I think you're the... I don't know, do I have any others at tier 3? Baller status, I know, right? Oh my god. Listen, following, subscribing at whatever tier, everyone is so welcome and so appreciated. Like, please, just know, like, every time those alerts go off, I'm like, ah! Thank you so much. So, with the different tiers, and this goes back to talking about the Sims emote, I have 2 spaces now that are empty, but I wanted to make some that were a little bit different, but unique for me. And now I'll be able to, because you'll be able to see them. Yay! Oh my god, Garden Gnome, hello! Is this the channel that does the Sims who are cough cough fully functional? The very same. I don't know if we'll be playing today, but this is the questionable Sim station. Right now it's the wine station. It's the I've been having a day, but you guys are making it. Got a tier 3 sub that I am so thankful for, and we've got some points that are redeemed. Grinch, we're part of a cosplay. Oh, what will I pick? Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, are these... Oh my god, LeBron, what's up? Are you sending me these dancing crabs just for fun, or do you know that I'm a Cancer? Because if you knew, that is a little sneaky one. I appreciate that. That is amazing. Part of a cosplay. Let's see. So I've already got some headgear going on. This is my... I feel like whenever I have like my hair in a ponytail, it looks like too plain. Or you get like that like almost bald look. So I'm like, better jazz it up with the hat. I don't even know if you guys have seen all of the buttons on top. I've got my alien rep, of course. I've got some K-pop parts. And then over here, I think we've got Bender and another alien right here. So it is robots, it is aliens, and it's all love. And I'm glad I got to show off my hat. Watch Dogs cosplay. Because of Crash, but that too. Perfect. No, you knew all along. Listen, don't correct it. You got it. You got it. That's so cool. All right. So I'm going to dig around and see what I can find in the closets to wear for you guys. I will be quick. I think I have something in mind. It may not be as good as a fit as the one before because the hood combo was just like perfect. Walls, I need a cat warden hat. I do! And I need some keys, but they would probably want to play with the keys, and then I'm like, I couldn't get anything done. One of them tried to like sit on my slipper and like stay on it as I walked, and they were just like shuffling along with me. It was adorable, granted, but I was like, listen, you gotta pay this Uber fee. You can't just be getting these free rides, you crazy cats. But I love them and I would do anything for them. They're getting so big. All right. So we're gonna take a couple minutes. I almost kind of want to wait for that heinous ad break to come, and then change. I might do one of those. Let me see. How far away? How far away is that? Okay. We'll wait for that. But in the meantime, I did also want to point out that next week, next Monday, a pandeMONIum Monday, is National Wine Day. I forgot. I thought it was going to be today, and I got all excited, but next week. So I was thinking that we could do some sort of fun stream with wine, because wine is a cornerstone of what we do at this institution called pandeMONIum. Walls, is it not every day? Oh, it is, but now it's nationally recognized. It's not just, oh yeah, Sarah likes to go crazy on a little Cabernet. So it makes me feel better. Rilo, you can trigger it yourself so that you have time after. I could, let me see. I just try to put it off as long as possible, at least for the first one. And then I'm like, okay, all right, I know where I'm going now. Jedi cosplay teas incoming. It is incoming. And Jedi, also welcome and good evening. I hope you're having a fabulous Monday. We were talking about prints and stuff for PFF. And you will be pleased to know who has made the roster in a wonderful 11 by 17. Any guesses? Any Nigent guesses? So, one is set aside for you. Just to be aware. Uber Dad, they're collecting the cat tax. Oh, they always are. They're always collecting the cat tax. Grinch, can you trigger the ad break? Yep. I saw a streamer who did it, don't know how. Yep, you can trigger them. I just try to hold off on the longest, or on the first one. Yes! Yes! Feel that hype. And, so, for Coupe, I'm just gonna, I'll be upfront right now. She did not get an 11 by 17, but she is one of the holographic prints. I thought that would be pretty cool for her. And it's a pretty, I love the pose. Got some nice wingspan on it. And then for everyone that is, joining and hanging, here are some of the chibi stickers. I've had these before, but I'm just restocking, and there's some other characters that have not made the list that will be there, as well as some Twitch emote stickers. So I'll have lots of fun stuff. Like I said earlier, nothing is over 10 bucks. So easy peasy. And okay, there's my prompt. So ad break is coming in like 50 seconds. So while that is running, I will put on a piece of my cosplay. Walls, Tyra, yes. Tyra will have an 11 by 17, finally. I also got a new banner, and she is on the banner as well. So she made promo status. Grinch, so I'm gonna buy all the stickers after con. 100%. Absolutely. So they'll actually be in like a little sticker sheet to get all of them. There's 9 in total for the cosplay ones, and then 4 of the emotes for the Twitch ones. So I love stickers, so I'm super, super happy to get in on some of those. All right, it's about to be that break time. All right, someone mentioned wasp stickers. So we're Janet from the neck down. And I did have an absolutely terrifying reveal as I put this on. So can you guys see what happened to the vinyl right here around the neck? So with a lot of these fabrics, they are just like spandex with like a foil backing. And sometimes, all the time, over time, it just starts to lift, especially with the stretch. So it's like a layer of like paint that's drying. So that is what is happening now. And yes, Nesto, battle damage for sure. But she's going to get remade anyway. The good part is that I can salvage all of this and just remake it. And like the black fabric is fine because this is just like a really cool, like shiny knit fabric. And this zipper is also really cool because it is the one that is reversible. So there's like 2 zippers. So no matter how I sew it in, I will have a pull on either side. So yeah, Uber Dead Fabrics are going through a messy divorce, and I'm the kid caught in the middle. What's wrong? Mom and Dad didn't love me? You just wanted to peel at me? Oh my God, look at this. But you know, from far away, for what it's worth, we're here, and we're part wasp now. Let me see. I'm gonna hold up. There I am. Yay! Buzz, buzz, buzz. I'm feeling the buzz. I would love to feel a buzz actually, but I feel like I've been like keyed up here, so this wine is like, all right, you're normal now, so you're gonna have to work twice as hard if you want that buzz. Fine, 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 fine. Jedi, thank you. Oh, so many. Well, I don't want it to be like nostalgic, cause like I want to just like keep. This is just going to be a mainstay. Like there's certain characters that are just going to be a mainstay. Gamora is always going to be there. A lot of the ones that are on here, I kind of feel like are my like perennial like constants. Sailor Pluto for sure, Polaris for sure, Silk for sure, Psylocke for sure, and there's a couple other, obviously like my original characters, but both wasps. Like I remade the first one. That is it's the full body suit instead of the, cause like this is obviously like a crop 2-piece. So I made the other one, remade the other one a couple years ago, and I actually got to bring it out to LA Comic-Con last year, which was super nice to wear again. So I was very happy, and now this one is, it's forcing my hand to be remade, so it's going to join, who did I say? Havoc, Omega Sentinel, and I think all the others are new builds, so 3. Wasp top. Wasp top. Greek, thank you so much, Greek. I called you Greek. You're the creative geek, not the creative Greek. Thank you. And walls. Oh, all that shrinking and growing. That's true. The pin particles were not working, because if they were, they would be like, this is a 4-way stretch meant for everyone, not for just, you know, a couple years. We need this. I need it built to last. Come on. Jedi, don't misunderstand. Love the memories, but also looking forward to seeing these again. Oh yeah, no, the memories are wonderful. I just never want it to be like, oh well, that was in the past. That was a different time. No, it's the same time. They're just getting remade with better skill and better materials. But unfortunately, this is something that is kind of a, you know, kind of a given for the type of material in like most cases. Now, the difference would be like, which I probably might do for this, I might just switch up and just do latex. Because when it's latex, it's like baked in. It's not an extra layer on top of the spandex. It's kind of like cooked in. It's like with my my Leku. So the light purple ones are latex. The longer aqua ones are silicone. So when that silicone is made, that dye is like baked in there. If I wanted, if I was absolutely crazy, I could potentially strip the paint off of the latex ones and do another color. So it's flexible in that way. But then the downside of that is that you could have, you know, flaking and bending and things like that that come with it. But I keep them in a safe spot. I'm not like bending them or flexing them unnecessarily. So they stay, I mean, they've lasted years and still holding up. So I'm very much one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, sorry to like grab, I'm like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But that's where we've got all of our artifacts. This row is fine. You guys have not let me down. Everybody else, all these other stripes have let me down. Uber Dead, yes, new and improved. And it'll pretty much look the same because like the design is the same, and I've already specifically got the pattern. So that's gonna be pretty kind of like a 1-to-1 transfer. Loki isn't in charge of the time stream. He is, and he owes me a favor, so I'm gonna be like, can you go back in time to fix this, please? I'd like to relive this moment over and over again forever. Thank you. Yeah, Ninja, not enough unstable molecules. I think, yeah, Walls, you said the same thing. So yeah, the Pym particles have failed. It's fine. This is what they get for making, like, Hope the main Wasp and not Janet. I know that, you know, we had to play with eras and everything, so for certain timeline things that wouldn't exactly work out to have them, but it's all about Janet. She is the one. She is the indeed ultimate Wasp. Not that I dislike Hope, but you know, I already have a Hope, and she's a mutant, okay? Thank you. Ninja, are you able to reuse that zipper? Yes, sir. And this is like a metal one. I remember this one was a little bit pricier because I was very particular. I was like, I want the backing to be black, and I want the zipper itself to obviously like be gold. This is a part of it. And this was why it had the double pull, so I could sew it either way. Same color on the other side. A lot of times with reversible zippers, you'll see like, oh, a different color with like a reversible jacket. But this one is the same, so it's got like that heavy brass like hardware. So it's a nice zipper, and it'll definitely hold up. So I'm excited to wear this again. I'm trying to think of when would be the next time. I've already got my lineup for PFF. I'm pretty sure I've narrowed it down. So Monday, Friday, first day of con. I guess as I'm thinking of like the first day of the week, so I'm like, oh yeah, con starts on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday. First day of con on Friday, I'm pretty sure will be Megan, because I have not worn her in quite some time, and I feel like that's a good one. I'll have my hands free, so as I'm doing the booth stuff, I won't be all over the place. And then I will have Coupe on Saturday. And then my OC, my tab from Baldur's Gate on Sunday. So this was a Sorcerer Drow. So I will have one body paint, but it'll be Sunday. And I will have my hands free, so... But for the photo op, it's definitely worth it. And I am really proud of that costume. It is on the hot side, so I'm kind of worried about that. But I mean, we'll be inside the convention center for the main part of it. But that's what we're looking at, so yes. Oh, Classic Megan is, and it was, I had to remake that suit 3 different times because of the way that the pattern is like drawn on. It's not made for real fabric. So it's like I couldn't just pattern it out and sew it together. I had to make it basically the green base, put it on, see how it would stretch and fit, and then pattern from there. For a lot of the other suits, I can kind of like eyeball it, like if they have like the cutouts, or like this one with the individual stripes. These are all individual panels that are sewn together, and then the neck is like a separate little, kind of looks like a horseshoe piece when you lay it out. And that's pretty much it. And then they don't go across the back. So the back is just the same black fabric. But for Megan, it is mirrored. So I could actually wear the suit backwards and you would never know. So it's a universal design, so it dips low in the back, comes down to a V in the front. And the different fabrics stretch differently, which is something that also you can't really do like a mock-up for certain characters because they stretch differently. So like if you have one fabric that's like a 4-way stretch, so like if I stretch up this way, you're getting that long length stretch, and then width would be like how it fits like snug around your back or like around, you know, your torso and everything. So if you have a 2-way stretch that only goes one way and a 4-way, that's going to affect your design. So all of that goes into the planning, and a lot of that is you've got to make it with the fabrics that you have. There is no test or mock-up. Needless to say, that's where things get expensive. I remember when I first made Omega Sentinel also, it was a lot of trial and error because I had panels that were going down the side. I had like trim, things like that, and they all fit and fall differently. And since I'm making my own patterns, it's like, okay, well, this is the Wild West. We've got to do what we've got to do. So that's where we're at. And I don't know how we got onto all of this, but I do have, and maybe we'll roll for it today. That would be great. To do like costume deep dives. And it wouldn't just be like, oh, like, why did you pick this character? But I'll get the actual costume and put it on camera and show you guys what it looks like, what the materials look like, and I'll flip it inside out so you can see like where all the seams are. And that is the definite journey of trial and error for a handful of these costumes. Uberdead, you finished Omnibus, and her OG fit was interesting. Excalibur was hero level. Yes, it was. And I would like to make her alternate, the orange jumpsuit with her little capris. It's so cute, but it's also like, it's not very like superhero, quote unquote, costume. It's almost like something that you could buy and like wear on the street and no one would know. So I've had a little bit of, not reservation, but it's just been low priority just because it's like, it doesn't have like that like wow factor like the green and black does. But eventually she will get one. And I know that it would be fast to make too. Just bang it out in an afternoon. I just need to get through like 4 things first. I still need to like get my app together for Dragon Con because I know that it's going to come on me like so fast, even though it's like, oh, it's not until like September. It's coming, especially with what I want to do, like 6 different looks. And if I have, let's say, give or take like 2 made, that's still like 3 costumes, 4 costumes. I'm like, okay, you gotta get it together. Yeah, 6. I know, Walls. It is a lot because a lot of what Dragon Con is like it's the AM and PM switching. So it's like not only is it a long convention, but it's like you want a different look for your daytime and your nighttime. So already it's like, oh, take your lineup times 2. Janet, she's here. Yes. And Geek, yes, it will sneak up on me. May snuck up on me. I'm like, I feel like I'm at a solid, it feels like April. Like I'm like a month behind. Cause like WonderCon felt good. It felt normal. Like February was fun. I've had an event every month so far, except for April, which is strange, but I feel like that was just kind of like, okay, you've had events for 3 months straight, and then you have like a cool down. But then I got the foster kittens, so they're like an event. And then it's like, all right, well now you gotta prep for PFF and also figuring out like summer plans. So it's like AX, San Diego, birthday, and low-key kind of Dragon Con that's hanging out in the background. So, oh my god, some people bring 20 cosplays for the week? 20? Are these local people? Because here's the other thing, and I'm like, listen guys, like I gotta get this in carry-on and like luggage. Like what are the logistics of that? What are the logistics? Because I feel like I would be just overwhelmed with luggage at that point. Especially like let's say I wanted to bring Wasp. Like how am I gonna get those wings on the plane? They don't collapse. Like I don't know how people do it. This was part of the reason why when I made Coupe, I wanted them to be retractable. So I was like, well, 1, I'm running out of space. 2, if I ever want to travel with them, they need to be smaller. Like, I can't have stuff that can't break down or fold down. Dragon, yeah, some try to do a year's worth of cosplays at Dragon Con because that's the only con they go to. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know if I can keep up. I'm gonna say hats off to you. You guys are the champions. Like, that's all you. Uberdead feels like an entourage event. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I could do it. Well, no, I can't. 20 would be impossible. Unless, like, every costume is, like a spider suit. Because those, they have no props, usually. And you can just roll everything up and just do a little, like, spandex ball. So I feel like that's the only way that you could stretch out the costume, like, playlist. Your lineup could only be done with that type of, like, fabric. Grinch. Some are Kigus, some are pieces for multiples or fusions or last-minute cosplays. And I figured some of that, like, I know there's, like, what, like, the bunny suit, too. Okay. I'm thinking about it. Of course, if I do it, it will be, like, super goofy. Like, it won't be like, like, it'll be stupid. I promise. Uberdead, hair, makeup, and costumes. A kapow, and a ka-chow, because that's gonna be a lot. And then, yeah, if I do a body paint, I'm like, I'm gonna want to bring my airbrush gun. And that's its own thing, and I wouldn't trust Tia Singh touching that. I'll be like, what is this? You're bringing a bomb onto the plane. And it'll be a whole debacle. And I do not want a debacle. I really don't. I really don't. Grinch, spandex stretches out. I see what you did there. Yeah, I'm doing lots of things. Dragon, that's when you just put all the costumes into one and call yourself a multi-IP Super Skrull. Well, here's why that doesn't work, because I have a Super Skrull. They'll know I'm lying. They'll be like, hey, you're cheating. Like, don't get no Mystique, no Morph, no Loki, no Shapeshifters. Like, no, Sarah, you just got lazy. Like, I have no recourse for my actions. How can this be? Grinch, Thursday is the Bunny Hutch party and wrestling matches. Yeah, see, I don't do wrestling, but I can mess around with a bunny suit. If I do it on my terms with a character that I feel like would be hilarious, then yes. And I'm thinking yes. Yep, Megan is a shapeshifter too. For her goblin, our goblin princess. Let's see, who else? I know there's a handful of some others that would work, but yeah, I just gotta narrow it down and make those decisions. But I know that, like, if I don't figure it out, then I'm gonna be panicking and I'll be like, oh well, it's August, I still have time. And then it'll be on me, and then it's like, oh, we're not gonna be shipping for Labor Day, so now it's delayed. And I'm like, it'll be too stressful. It'll be too much. So, over the next, like, couple, I'll see. Hopefully by, like, July. July, I want to have everything sewn up. That's my goal. Okay, we've got another ad break coming in about 30 seconds. And then probably after that, we'll go ahead and roll our D20 for our topic du jour of tonight. But this has been very good so far. I'm glad we got to talk shop a little bit. I mean, not of the best circumstances, because this vinyl has failed me. But at least you guys get to see, like, what actually happens to the fabric. And when I take it off, I'll do show you guys up close, kind of like what that looks like for these little vinyl pieces. Let me see. Oh, yep. There's one that just popped off right now. So all of you wonderful people that are not affected by said ad break can see this beautiful, this is the gold flake. This is just a 24 karat cosplay. What do you know? What do you know? Oh, memories. Such memories. I love this fabric too. But whatever I get will be pretty similar. A few words from various sponsors. Yeah. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know how they're saying it, but they're saying it. And let's see. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a little drinky break. Alright, we've got about a minute and a half or so before the rest of the crew comes back. But other than Victoria Day, do we have anything else that we are celebrating? Do we have any level up days? Do we have any birthdays? Any special event of any kind? So I definitely want to celebrate all of those at every opportunity. And something that I thought might be fun, I wanted to have a real one on camera, but let's see. I think digital will be the best for what we want to do. So we'll wait for everyone to come back. So I have a ton of fortune cookies. I keep them. I'll hoard the cookies for like a couple days after and eat them. But I always save all of my fortunes. And anyone that has purchased a print from my store, maybe you've noticed. Welcome back, everybody that was in on the ad break. I'll throw in a fortune for you. So I thought it might be fun if we crack open one of these bad boys. We'll see how well it fits. So I've already told you guys about my day, and you know, this is just like par for the course. Even though it's fixable and it was on my list to get repaired anyway, it's just like okay. Well, hand is forced. Here we are. But yeah, I figured it would be fun if we see. So this is also a yummy fortune. So I need more of that. So let's see. Crack cookie. Ooh. So patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Ooh. Yeah, see, and here's the thing. I struggle with patience. And I know it's like, oh, well, it all pays off, and, like, that's, like, the point, but waiting is no fun. I definitely need to get better about that. And this, like, goes into, like, the planning thing, too. And slowly I have, like, come to the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe Con Crunch, like, isn't the best thing. But I do work so well under pressure. And that's just what's so criminal. Because I'm like, if I have the time, I'm going to want to take the time. So I kind of need that, like, that push to finish. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, I'm so stressed. I have 800 things to do. I have no time. I have no time. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. So we'll remember patience. But it is about that time to go ahead and actually roll some dice now that everyone is back. So welcome back from the break. And let's see what we got. We're dead. I'm not a doctor. I want a jelly baby. Now what is this? What is this from? You're not a doctor. Jelly baby. Oh, from Doctor Who? Who Who is it? Who's that, 10? Who says this? Who says this? It's also been so long since I've watched. Yeah, Smith was the last. I watched a little bit of Capaldi, but not too much. Oh, third. Oh, and who even was the third Doctor? Like, OG. His fourth Doctor was what? Was that Tom? Tom with the scarf was 4, right? Maybe. Grinch, you're con crunching right now. Yeah, you have like so many. You're like, I'm gonna make 18 masks and a cowl and blah blah blah. Crazy man. But you got this. Not like I'm like promoting con crunching. Like, get your sleep, get your rest, make sure you hydrate. But also, like, I like that energy, so I'm not gonna be like, no, it's not good. Okay. Yep. So it's Baker. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, let's roll some die and see what we got. That is on tap. Alright, here we go. Oh, lucky number 13. Got some nice visual on that. Grinch, you started with the ninth dot. Yeah, that was Eccleston. Underrated, I feel, for the revival era of Doctor Who. He had that snark that was also like, you're not like totally with it, are you? And I appreciate that. Like, the others definitely had their whimsy. I feel like Capaldi, this is definitely like a side note, we'll definitely get back to our die, but I feel like Capaldi was like the Eccleston like second coming in personality, which is fine, to kind of like have that like, oh, the more fun loving, the more whimsical, and then the more snark, almost in a way like Willy Wonka, because I feel like he gets there's a lot that's going on in the movie, and there's a lot that's just in like general like pop culture zeitgeist, but he's kind of a little pill, and I like that. Like, yeah, be snarky to some kids, and like, yeah, be like, well, something bad happens to you, it's probably because you did something stupid. I'm like, yeah. You tell him, William Wonka. And yeah, it is not a 10. Eccleston's top 3 for you. Yep, same. Fantastic. In my head. Replay. Grinch, you're in the home stretch. More practical choices incoming. I believe in you. I believe that you've got this. 100%. Alright, so let's take a look for 13. Oh, this one is very unexpected. Favorite art movements. Very unexpected, but okay. So we are going to be talking about some art. And I'm a big art person, obviously, like, you know, making little things. I cannot draw myself, but I know how to commission an artist. And when I say artist, I mean a human. Was that drink deep enough for everyone? The artist that made these, he's actually in Indonesia, which is super cool, but trying to find him like live to talk and send the commissions was a little bit tricky. Because he's like, oh, it's 10 a.m. and he's like, oh, great, it's like 3 a.m. for me. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry, didn't mean to. But yeah, I love collaborating with artists, and that's like everything. It's not just like obviously illustration and things like that, which I feel like is kind of a given for like a comic fan. But that's everything. So that's writing, that's music, that's sculpting, that's dance, singing, like any type of art I am all for. Some are definitely more of like my favorites or like preferred than others, but there's never anything that I'm like, oh no, I do not like this, or this is stupid. Like, I think anytime you disparage an art form or an artist, like, you miss the plot. You miss the plot of being alive, because that's what we can do. We can create things. And I think that's so cool. And the second you kind of like meh on that, it's like, come on. That's what made me so mad about that stupid Timothée Chalamet comment when he's like, oh, like, ballet and opera are stupid and nobody cares, so therefore I don't care. Yeah, lots of people do care. If you don't like it, that's on you, but it's also crazy because it's like you're an actor, like you take part in these art forms. Why are you being so like, oh, well, what I do is better over here, and oh, no one cares about that? Like, get off your high horse, man. That pissed me off. Ugh. Lydia, I think it's funny that there's a British treat called an Eccles cake. It always makes me think of him. Oh, trying to get those Eccles cakes. Yeah, that fire in my eyes. Like, when I watched that interview, I was like, oh, it can't be as bad. I was like, why is he trending? What's going on? And I was like, oh, he's here to ruin my day. Come on, get it together. Creative Geek, thank you for commissioning artists. We appreciate it. Yes, of course. I love artists. All of them. And I will continue to commission them and work with them. One of the other things that I have planned also for this summer, I need access to a beach. So, a little bit of travel is going to be involved, but I wanted to do another collab with an author, so an artist of the pen variety, or keyboard variety, to portray one of her characters in her novels again. So I did one in January for an author and loved it. And I was like, I want to do this again. And especially because, like, I like these authors and I like their books and I like what they're doing. So getting to be a part of it is such an awesome thing. But yeah, I don't have beachfront properties. So this might be the first like photo shoot in a very long time that I will be traveling for. But it's so gonna be worth it. Oh, it's so gonna be worth it. Grinch, sometimes it's better to commission an artist than undertake a mad creation. You know, there's beauty in both. There's some beauty in the manic insanity of it all, which is definitely something that I partake in at a time. And with that said, it is that time. We are at our part 2, our blue time, our lounge time. I didn't change my lights a little bit sooner. We've lost 4 minutes of mood lighting. How could this be? Yes, Ninja, yes. Uber Dead, I'd rather celebrate cool stuff versus criticism. Life's short enough. Amen to that. And it's like, it's not only life is short, but it's also like hyper stressful. So I'm like, okay, you're only gonna be alive for like 80 years, but you're gonna be stressed out for 60 of it. I'm like, oh, great, okay, well, I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna commission some really self-indulgent art of me in Spider-Man 2099. What then? What then? They can't stop me. They can't. But the wine can. Not like it. No, the wine is like, do it. Yeah, absolutely. Your birthday's coming up. Go crazy. Go crazy. You guys are cracking me up. Artists must suffer for their art. That's why it's called painting. Lydia, you're so right, and you're so true. And you're so too. Because you're too great. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Maybe I shouldn't have another glass. Maybe I should. I don't know. Grand Chalamet is a big dude bro football guy. Yes, Uber Dead Lydia is a wordsmith, 100%. Had me cracking up today. Also, I'm still not over the prosciutto comment, just so you know. Not to take it off stream, but that killed me. Yay! We have got some amazing things. Grinch, you're redeeming shots at a time like this? When my vinyl is ripping at the seams and I'm busting out uncontrollable, you request shots? Ay, Dios mío. Okay, well, I am... Don't you Abner Canabra me again. Ah! You guys are killing me. Okay, well, I've got to do some shots then. Jedi, Arizona's all beach, no water. Yeah, it's just the sand. You know, we're landlocked, but we're not far from water. Like, we can, like, go to, like, you know, Rocky Point, get water. We can get, like, Mexico, Baja California, and then more, like, PB. So we can find the water. We have lakes, but I think lakes are gross. It's trapped. It's like taking a bath versus a shower. Baths are just, like, human soup, and I can't do it. If I want, like, to soak in, like, a nice, like, bubble bath, I'll take a shower and then just soak in the bath. But, like, however many times that's happened in my life is, like, 3. Oh, wow, I walked by Lush and I got these bath bombs. Better take a nice soak bath. And then I'm like, great, now the bathtub is pink and full of glitter. If I wanted my bathtub pink and full of glitter, I would have just been Blink and washed off. And I could have gotten the same thing without paying, like, $9. Pish posh, I say. Grinch, Phoenix, Tatooine, Dune. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same. Uber Dead, it's not who's coming to save you, it's who's going to stop you. Yeah. Listen, I'm this close from, I don't even want to say, oh, I'm in my villain era. No, it's just, that's just like the standard MO. The villain era is like when it goes beyond that, when it's like, oh, Sarah, like, stop caring, like, completely. When that happens, when the training wheels are off, when, like, the bumpers go down, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So, I do need to get some shots. So what should I shoot? I did also restock the bar for Thursdays because I was going through bottles like crazy. So I got everything in stock. So I'll let you pick the spirit, and I will get a nice shot going. Lydia, feel the pick under your feet, prosciutto liar. Yeah, I'm there. Lady. Incredible. I can't believe you made me snort on stream. Out of control. The category is oink or die. I choose death. I don't want to be an oinker. I can't. I shan't. Grinch, what spirit goes with cab? Let's see. I feel like anything but tequila. Tequila would just, like, want to clash really hard against this. I would say rum, vodka, gin would probably be the best. Oof, but that's gonna be tough. I'll do it, but it's gonna be like, whew, whew. So I'll let you pick. Actually, hang on. Sarah's learning. Hang on. All right, let's see. We're gonna get some commands going here. All right, so let's see. What spirit for the shot? Gin, rum, what did I say? And vodka. Not vodka. I mean, that's what you call a body shot. All right. We have a poll running for the first time. Yay, I know what I'm doing. I legit almost took another sip of this and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, it's empty. Bottle's back here, but if a shot is coming, I'm definitely not gonna do another glass. Oh, wait, should we roll for shots? I feel like I don't have like a D4 on me. We could do like a digital D4, but I would need a third option. So, okay, so far rum is winning with 3 votes. 1 vote for gin, none for vodka. So if you want to vote in the poll, what spirit for the shot? I think it's only set to run for like 2 minutes or so it may not be long. Lydia, vodka belongs in sauce. Now you make me want pasta. Oh my god. Dragon, if we tie them all together, do you mix all 3? Yeah, I just make another Long Island again. I'm out of Coke, but you know, I'll improvise. I'll improvise with something. Delicious vodka pasta recipe? Please do. I would love to have it. Send it to me. We're dead. I feel like Captain Jack. That is how I felt when I went through everything. I was looking in my, you know, my little cabinet, my little baby bar, and I was like, oh my god, I'm out of, like, literally, I was out of lime juice. I cleared it after the gimlet that we made. Toast. So I was like, all right, well, no time for lime. So I got some of that. I got some more bitters. Some of the drinks that I want to make, because I've had some pretty easy recipes the last couple go-rounds, but I wanted to do some more elaborate mixes. And, ooh, our poll is up. Vodka did get 1 vote. 1 vote for gin, but 3 for rum. So, rum shots it is. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, sent to phone. Thank you very much. All right. So I've got to go grab some rum. I will be back shortly. I'm going to scream if I come back and if it's another damn ad that's running. But I will have that and we'll see how silly I get. Alrighty. Give me 1 second. And of course, I come back in the middle of an ad. I got some rum. Brand new. Turning it away. We're about to get high. We'll see. You guys, I could get silly. I wasn't sure with the was it the channel points, like how to like rank everything, or like the costs for things, because I was like, I don't know how like quick people are gonna be like, oh, you're gonna take like 8 shots in the stream. I'm gonna be all over the place. Not like I'm opposed to it. Listen, as long as OBS can run, then all right, I'll just leave it to it. Leave it to it. Pooty doot doot doot. And I really love my shot glass. I had a couple. I wasn't sure. Do we have anyone from Texas in the chat? Or any Midwesterners by any means? Just be careful. Know your limit's going too far. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, we're not going to get, like, crazy. Absolutely not. And also, I have, like, a very, very high tolerance, so we're not going to get too bonkers. Get a little bonkers. But, yeah. This is Korean. And my mom got me these. There's a set of 6 of them. And they are all so pretty. And I just felt like, you know, it's a special occasion. They deserve to be shown. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So Grinch just redeemed the shots on the thread count for the channel points. And rum was voted the shot du jour. Jedi, can't confirm. High alcohol tolerance. That is right. I got like that like Captain America metabolism when it comes to like everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, I feel pretty good. Kinda something. And we're so Korean. Just burns through. It's just like a furnace. Ninja, did someone say Midwest? I did. So I was hoping that if there would be anyone like from Texas specifically, because I almost grabbed I have a Dallas shot glass, which is with the Skyline. And then I was like, well, I got desperate. I was like, well, if there's no one from Texas, then someone from the Midwest. But I know you are much, much further north. I should have got a cool shot glass when I was there. All right, it's ASMR time. Are you guys ready for this? When I said I got everything new, that is everything. Listen. Love it. Alrighty. So, for the bats, a mutant after my own heart. And liver. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If my mutant ability was having 2 livers, oh, it would be over. It would be over. So, and this is a pretty hefty boy, too. So, I know you guys can't see in. There we go. So, I'm not pulling punches. I'm not like, oh, well, I'm just gonna get an empty shot glass. Oh, wow, I did it. Amazing. I'm coming through. I am coming through. I show my receipts. Uber Dead, the Wolverine-esque healing factor. Oh, yeah. That's me. Here we go. Ooh. That. That's some sugar cane. I almost never shoot rum. Almost never. Ooh. But it's good. It is very good. So. And now we wait. I do hate to break it to you, but you'll be waiting for some time. There was like a couple streams ago, I could not talk, and I was just like, words all over the place. And I was like, oh, like how much wine have you had? And I'm like, none. I had nothing to blame or fall back on. But yeah, I don't know. I've always been pretty high tolerance. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'll feel good and like I'll have like a little buzz going. But it takes me just in general longer than most people to feel it. And then when I do, I can bounce back pretty pretty quick. So I do think it is just like a metabolism thing. Like I just want to like burn, and especially like if I'm like out and I'm like dancing and I'm moving, then it just burns off and goes neutral. So like when I have like a cocktail for like sipping or like wine, it's just kind of like, okay, I'm just vibing. Getting training for Dragon Con. Dragon Con is training for me. Okay. They're like, oh, we've had this con longer than you've been alive. I don't care. You're training for me. But no, I'm prepped for that. And the fact that it's all in a hotel is like perfect. The last con that not the last con. February. I was at a con and it was in the same hotel. And I had a room, so I was like, oh, perfect. And I ended up not even doing anything. Like, I had a couple of drinks, but, it's just casual. Grinch, you're waiting for the weekend to get reacquainted with bourbon. Did bourbon do you wrong? Or it's just general, like, weekend? Oh, now it's, like, cold air. Normally this room is, like, always hot. Oh, why is it cold? But I wanted to... So we're talking about art. I wanted to bring up a couple artists that I really love. So please, talk amongst yourselves. And some of you will know these much more than others. But I love because I can show them to you. So we have one painter, artist, one photographer, and I'd like to do another type. But I think we might have to just stick with these. Okay. Let's see. Or I'll go... classic. Art got distracted by shots. Well, when the points come in, like I want to redeem. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna wait and dilly dally. I definitely don't want that. And I mean, ask me how many artists imbibe as they create. I mean, I'm one. When I'm sewing, I'll usually have like a little something just because. It's like, okay, I can chill out a little bit and not freak out when like, oh, I've sewn 2 left sides together, or I forgot to do this, or I forgot to do that. Happens all the time. So I'm like, you know what? I can just have a little sip of the old fashioned and be like, okay, let's just chill out. Let's not freak out. It's just fabric. If I could get that on a shirt, let's not freak out. It's just fabric. Done. Absolutely done. The shot glass was the art. You are so right. So beautiful. I almost brought in some of the other ones so you could see the whole set, but they all have the same kind of like design. So even though they're all different, it's a set of 6. So even though they're all different, they all go beautifully. Grinch, I'm trying to do things in moderation so I can choose when I don't want to do things in moderation. And that's fair. That is absolutely fair. Uber did. Marianne from Raiders of the Lost Ark drank all the men under the table, handled herself. Listen, that whole scene, I was just like, yes. She is me, I am her. We are powerful. Pretty and practical. They definitely are. I love them. Absolutely love them. So, okay, so let's go ahead and take a peek at one of my favorites. So, how can I get some niceness to you? Okay. So our first one that we are going to look at is Mr. Mark Ryden. Amazing artist, has a very unique style. He does a lot of traditional work, but he's also done like commissions for like album covers, music videos, things like that. A lot of very exaggerated, like surrealist type themes. Yes, Jack Off Jill, that album cover, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. And lots of very layered, baked in meanings. He has like his own themes and like motifs that he'll bring in oftentimes. Meat is one of them. So like he'll draw a lot of like raw steaks and things like that. Very modern surrealist, a little bit on the lowbrow, highbrow side. The very exaggerated, like a baby doll kind of look. And everything is just so detailed. It has this very, see, here's another one, very, the meat centric theme. Has a very like dreamlike quality to it that I very much enjoy. Lots of symbolism. He'll use lots of like anatomically correct hearts in his art. Lincoln also shows up a lot. So this piece was from '98, the debutante, and yeah, I love the feelings that it evokes. I've never seen a piece of his that I didn't like. The Barbie collab was very interesting. So this is one, obviously, with like this monochromatic, like pink theme. And very strange eyes show up a lot. Again, the meat bag. Because we are just meat bags. And, what? Chemicals? That's all humans are. We're like mostly water, meat, and chemicals. That's us. But for me, I'm also a giant wig. Also, make no mistake. Grinch. I'm so used to garment alteration that I become a fraidy cat when it comes to garment creation sewing. Don't be afraid. Just embrace it. Like, I've never worked off of patterns. Ever. I've only ever done my own. Because, one, bodies are not symmetrical. So, have you ever, like, tried on the same pair of pants that are the same size, but one fits a little bit better than another? Because there's bound to be some difference. There's a little bit of irregularity in clothes because the human is making them, obviously. And when I first started cosplaying, that was one of the first things. One, patterns cost money. And I'm like, listen, I already got the fabric. I'm trying to do this on the cheap. And two, bodies aren't symmetrical. Like, one leg is bigger than the other. One arm is longer than the other. And it's just a little bit. But when you're making your own stuff, you can feel it. And you can absolutely feel the difference between like a store-bought item and an altered or custom item. Lydia, you're about 70% highlighter. And you're about 170% fabulous. So, make it known. Meat bag and a wig. Yeah, that's pretty much a cosplayer. That's us. We are meat bag in wig, body paint, wrapped up in spandex. That's a good amount of us. And by us, I mean me. It's me. Uber Dad, you're slightly irregular. Are you yourself strange and irregular? Just a little bit? Just a little bit? Barbie B. Love this one with the classic RBF Barbie face. Barbine. Stop. Let us paint this meat and parade around the convention hall. Pretty much. So, yes. So this collab, definitely very much on brand for him. Like mixing things that are the and unusual. Oh, I know Lydia. Other Lydia in the chat. I actually need a print of that bee. Me too. I would love to have, I could have an entire like book of just all of Ryden's stuff. And this is just still the Barbie collab. So just within this, like lots of like woodland creatures. Just so cool. Eyes. Eyes are a strong theme. So love, love, love Mark Ryden. Let's see, we'll jump back away from the Barbie collab and back to his stuff. I don't remember what I saw first. This whole series was really good. The Cloven Bunny, you know, a little bit macabre, but still surrealist, but still dreamlike. Very much appeals to what I like. Oh, Micro Center is done. Back to Tucson. Oh, you are Tucson based. I did not know. Well, hello, fellow Arizonian. Tucson, Arizonia. Grinch. Kilcon Commands. Thing. Gotta love Tim Curry. We love Tim Curry no matter what, but from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Cyber with an S. That's how you know. That's how you know. And this one is actually called The Meat Show. The Angel of Meat. Beautiful. She's beautiful. And I'm like, as a vegetarian, love it. Love it. Can't get enough. So Mark Ryden would be one. Talking about artists and then just in general, I feel like he's a good representation of a lot of like the, I guess like micro styles and like micro genres of art that I really like. Surrealism is definitely one. Definitely not in place here because he has a lot of very rounded fixtures and features, but I like cubism and I like that type of distortion. And he plays with a lot of the, obviously like you've seen like the very like baby doll and like the doll faced kind of distortion that we see so often, so it doesn't seem unusual, but in certain contexts it looks just odd. And yes, I love the frames as well, which is very much a part of the art style. Gotta love just like, it's like MODOK Lincoln juggling meat, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. He definitely pays attention to these things. Again, we've got like the eye motif here again. So very strong, very bizarre. Everything kind of has like a gray, like haziness to it, which I very much appreciate. He's hungry for ribeyes. He is. He's about to go to Black Angus, and he's gonna get a steak dinner. So we're gonna move on to our second, and I know some of you in the chat are also going to be familiar with this. It is MODOK's dad. Lincoln was MODOK's dad, and he was just upset that he couldn't be as honest as he wanted to. So photographer predominantly, David LaChapelle has been one of my favorites for a very, very long time. I used to like, as a kid, going to Barnes and Noble, he had like a huge collection, like coffee table book of art. And I remember I'm like, I'm not gonna buy this. It was like $50, and I'm like, as a kid, just like astronomical prices. And I was like, this is absolutely like this is where I want to be. This is definitely it. So a lot like Ryden with the like poppy surrealist. I would even call it. I'm trying to think of other genres that would fill. That would kind of like fill in or like tick the boxes for, but I don't know, maybe you were already kind of getting the vibe. I love that this is just like the slideshow, so this is doing a lot of the work for me to like go into it. But it just captures so much of what I like. And we're looking at like color, we're looking at themes, we're looking at, you know, poses, things that are really interesting. He has a lot, oh, I love that one, Naomi Campbell. Like tears, faces, things like that. Oh, I just love it. I cannot get enough. But I want to see if we can take a look at some series. And it's so cool seeing like the version like as is. I don't know, am I gonna get like flagged for nudity? Is it gonna be like, oh, this is an art? Oh, jeez. Showtime at the Apocalypse. Love it. Love it. So very also like kind of like a mixed media vibe. Absolutely love. And you've probably seen some of his pieces, but you didn't know that it was him. I think this one was also pretty popular for a long time. And this is an old one, which I absolutely love. Like the title of this one is "This Is My House," and it says so much. And I feel like he's such a good visual storyteller that has this. He plays with color. He plays with themes so well. Slight distortion, like it almost looks like the model and the little girl are almost like just like superimposed to everything. Very 90s. Obviously, this was 97, and that also is very like nostalgic, beautiful. Like, yeah, I want to ride on a piece of key lime pie. Of course, absolutely. And these are, yeah, just such cool prints. So these are the different series. I'm trying to think about the ones that I remember. They were like all like late 90s are the ones that I remember. I'm also trying to find some that aren't like nudity. So I'm gonna be like, no. This one is crazy. This one's called Fault Line. Yeah, pop surrealism. I think that's what it just kind of boils down to. And then again with like the different, the micro genres. And actually, should I make this bigger? I know we're trying to like see my face for all of it, but all right. So we'll jump to this one. Oh my god, I remember this. And hopefully I don't get flagged for this. So this one's called The Morning After. And it's just such a crazy, like, concept. Honestly, this one, not even being funny, kind of reminds me of, like, The Sims. Because you have, like, that wall cutaway look. We've got fire, because, of course, something's always going to catch on fire. And it's just, like, divorced from everything else that's happening around it. Absolutely love it. Like, it nails that camp element that I really like. I'm also a John Waters fan, so shocking. And it hits that mark so well. And I could just look at these different series forever. This one is definitely giving like I Spy magazine, there are books, right? The series of books. Absolutely loved it. Like playing with a lot of like Americana images and playing with like the taboo of flipping a lot of these traditional elements. Absolutely love. I love these shoes, just like these clear shoes. Dawn Davenport is eating a meatball sandwich right now in class, and she's been passing notes. You know. Meatball sandwich. Obviously, I don't want a meatball sandwich, but I just want like a sandwich. So bad. Okay, hopefully they won't get us. So this one is called Saints and Sinners. And again, it's got like that Sims element of just like the cutaway of like what's happening behind closed doors. And for this piece in particular, I feel like this is super interesting. Get that sandwich. I know, I'm so hungry. I had like a handful of Cheez-Its and some coffee this morning. And now a shot of rum and a glass of wine. It's like, well, welcome back, everyone. I'm talking about my poor eating habits, but my great drinking habits. So for this piece in particular, I really, really like the theme of like behind closed doors. And for some reason, both of these scenes are both like a bathroom. And it's like, okay, it's something that is typically like private, no matter what, even in either scenario. So like choosing that as like the room, I think is very interesting. So I have big love for David LaChapelle, and he's obviously still creating stuff. I think in the little sizzle reel that they had, it was like Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa and everybody else. It's okay. It's okay. You know, I keep dancing, I keep sipping, and I'm loving it. And I'll have real dinner once I get done with you guys. We'll eat eventually, but it's just, I start my day and I'm like, all right, we get out of bed, we hit the ground running. We gotta talk about art. We gotta talk about all sorts of things. So I wanted to include 2 current, and then I wanted to do a classic. And I think you guys can kind of see where this is going. It's a tough toss-up. I feel like Dali gets mentioned a lot more for obviously surrealism because he is like the guy. But I feel like Rene Magritte also is a big part of that movement and doesn't get the same type of attention. So I'm going to spotlight him for one of my favorites. And I want to look at a lot of these. So a lot of very hidden face. Yay! Thank you so much! Welcome in. Thank you for following. We're talking about art. We are talking about Rene Magritte right now, and being one of the fathers of surrealism. Hello? Is that Socialit Man? Oh, you came up on the recommended page? Like the vibe? Well, hell yeah. Well, thanks so much. Social Litman. Perfect. Well, welcome in. A little side note, what we do here. So I've got my dice tower over here. We roll a d20, and whatever we get, I have a list of topics. That is what we chat about. So that is what we do on Mondays. And today we are talking about art movements in particular. And a lot of it has been very much on the surrealist bend because that's just what really appeals to me. I love pop. I love impressionist. I love Dada. I love surrealism. I love brutalist art if we're gonna look at like architecture. So like beyond just industrial, which I like industrial too, but the harshness of design I think is very interesting. But then I could also go complete cottagecore too. So there's a wide variety. Love low bar as well. So the first 2 artists that we talked about were Mark Ryden and David LaChapelle. And now we are here on Rene Magritte and looking at some of his pieces. I love this one, just like the pearls. This is actually giving me a very strong 80s kind of energy. Grinch, gotta love a brutalist house. Yeah. You like cinder blocks? You want to live in one? I'm like, yeah, I do. You're so right. Uber Dad, this has been very informative. Your presentation, top notch. Oh, well, thank you so much. The artists, it's all about the artists, so it is all credit to them. Good night. Thank you for hanging as long as you did. As long as you did. Okay, maybe that is the rum. Maybe that is the rum. Uber Dead, thank you for hanging. Have a wonderful night. Whatever is in front of you, I hope it ends beautifully, and I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. So, we will jump into some other ones. This is probably, I wanted to save this one. This is probably the most well-known piece. So just out of curiosity, like, you guys have seen this one, right? This one has been pretty common. The title is The Son of Man, which obviously we get a little biblical reference and inspiration with the theming and the motif here with the apple walls. You have seen this one. This one is definitely his most well-known. And what was one thing that, because I look at these pretty frequently, like, cause I like art, you guys, is the slight distortion on the body. Like, look how long his, like, arms and, like, the jacket is. Like, it's like a kid wearing, like, his dad's suit. And I always wondered if that was a part of it or if that was just, like, a stylistic choice. But something along this line, like, I love that. When it can be visually interesting and also say something as well. Let's see, the Art of Living, the balcony. This one's a little bit more detailed than his usual stuff. I don't know why he's got like these like crazy ads on here, but these almost kind of look like chess pieces, and I love this type of shading and just very, very bizarre, very ahead of its time, I feel. So he would be definitely in my like hallmark of classical for the surrealist that isn't Dali. I also feel like, all right, I know we're going over like just like a little tiny bit, but Man Ray would be the other. And you know what? Before I search for him, I do want to show just one more. So for any Nintendo fans, do these kind of give you like Pikmin vibes? Because I always thought that they did. Even with like the holding the leaf. I know that like you can get inspiration from anywhere, but I feel like there's something that's like attached here. And like the falling windy window. They look like bell sprouts. Yeah, bell sprout. You have a Man Ray NARS case. I didn't know they did a collab. Well, see, you already know. We love Man Ray. Absolutely. So just the slightly odd, the slightly obscure. This one is very like Twilight Zone-y, like looking into a mirror, but you don't see your reflection. You just see your back as we see you. Love it. Grinch. They're definitely the bell sprouts of Excalibur. They are something for sure. I get Spy versus Spy Muppets feel. I could see that too. They need the hats. They need the cool hats. Or a dodo. True. The shape is definitely there. Yeah, this is right up my alley for the stuff I like. This is also probably one of his big pieces. The personal values of just like the oversized common objects. This is an American. I don't think so. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick checky check. Let's see if he is. I don't think so, but I want to make sure. No, not American. So I was like, the name sounds very like French or like Belgian, but I can't even say these words. Lassine? Would that be Lassine? Yes. In the province of Hainaut. Maybe, why not? You sort of remember this in art history days. Well, I'm glad to bring it back. He is one, like, if you're doing like a fine art, he usually will like come up. I would also put, oh, now I'm spacing on the artist's name. Oh, he worked with a lot of like very like bold colors and kind of had the same like the perspective that Personal Values did. Like rooms being like slightly oversized and like out of not out of focus, but just out of scale. Like the scale is off. This artist is Rene Magritte, and I can put that in the chat so we can have that. Matisse. Oh my God, it came to me. So Henri Matisse, and he is French. Henri Matisse, that is who we want. Let's do a little Google image. So yeah, very, very bold. Definitely gonna be more along the lines, like if you like Cubism, if you like that bold type of art style, very, very vibrant, he would definitely fit into that section. Not so much surrealist, but just the perspective being off. You know, abstract. Like I really like this cat one. Chat au poisson rouges. Who took French 101? Francois, please. Ayoneme. Cat with red fish. Mm-hmm. Is it rouges or just? Well, it's not rouge. It would have to be rouges. Yes. Rouget or rouges? Can't be put on the plural when I don't need to. Here's another one of like the. I'm not sure if the S is pronounced, so just rouget. Rouget sounds not. It sounds fancy, so I'm gonna go with that. But like this stand like being like flat, but then the pedestal comes down. The conversation. So I would put them in a similar type of category. Yeah, I'm glad I pulled Matisse out of like nowhere. I really remember that. So these would definitely fall in line with just things that are just visually just interesting for me. This has a very like 80s feel to me. Les chats en rouge. Les chats. Thank you. I definitely need the extra help when it comes down to it. This one, attempting the impossible. I feel like as an artist, this one is saying a lot. And definitely something that I can relate to. It almost feels like, given the title, like that this is... Oh, that was very good, actually. Oh, well, thank you. Merci beaucoup. A little bit like what imposter syndrome would be like for a painter in, you know, over 100 years ago. So I can't imagine what that would be like for like the artists that would do the portraits for like the royal families and things like that. You're like, all right, paint me. My palette would be shaking. My hand would be all over the place. So I'm like, what if I make something that you don't like and now I'm getting beheaded over it? Way too stressful. This is so transparent. It very well could be. There's a lot of exploration that I feel like for sure you can take from the optical illusion artwork. A lot of people might think of MC Escher for his perspective work, which I really like. But this piece is really cool with just like, oh, we're gonna use the select tool in Photoshop, but like paint it. Absolutely agree. So Schlitman reminds me of this funny skit. Girl as the Mona Lisa was like, oh my gosh, show me Leo. Ew, delete it. No, don't show that to people. Yeah, like, I'm not smiling enough. What is this? That's not a smile. My eyebrows are terrible. Girl, you don't have eyebrows. And that's okay. The loo will allow you anyway. So, we love Magritte. This one feels like what a nightmare feels like to me. So she'll yeah, no, she's doing her best. She's doing her best. But like, have you ever had those dreams or like nightmares where you feel like you want to speak but you can't? And like the sensory part of it, I feel like this captures it so well. Oh no, I'm tuba choking. Yeah, I sound like a ship coming into port, but I can't speak. But you know, I got that going for me. But like the idea that it's like you can't make a sound and then the biggest thing in the picture is the giant tuba. It has a, it's giving like synesthesia. That's what this gives me. The suitcase, I can't fully like, literally like unpack, but I don't know if that's like a part of it. Like I can't see everything. I can't see, I can still hear, but I can't speak. And then we're gonna have like these two objects that are like representing like the absence of like I can't make sound and like I can't see where I'm going. And so therefore the suitcase is like associated with like travel, movement. I don't know where I'm going. I'm flying blind. I'm getting tubic erotic asphyxiation vibes. Also true. You mean, you never know. You never know. Like that one time at band camp, this is what actually happened. The suitcase probably has the cure for tuba choking, but they just can't see it. And isn't that the harsh reality of life? That one time. And that's all it takes. It's that one summer, that one fateful summer. It's not about the flute, it's about the tuba. Oh my god. Okay, well since I have you guys here, I want to end on this one. I wanted to throw in one classic, like I said, but I'm going to give one more shout out for a modern. And I wasn't going to loop her in just because I had a couple other modern ones. But I want to make sure. Garcia. Yes. Okay. So Camille Rose Garcia. Big fan. Again, another modern artist that is playing in definitely more of like the lowbrow surrealist themes. Absolutely love. Wait, the peach one. Traveling tuba salesman wakes with laryngitis. Ogre? Mm-hmm. You know what time it is. I want to know that the tuba salesman, like, he had to, like, wake up with it. Like, I feel like if you didn't know how to play tuba, you would just, like, automatically get laryngitis with everything. Saxophone, too. It takes lungs to play saxophone. I have much respect. Lisa Simpson, you go, girl. You go, girl. So Camille Rhodes Garcia, amazing artist. So detailed. I would put her in the same category as I would, like, if there's anyone Dutch in the chat, please forgive me. Hernimish Bosch? Pretty sure. But he had like the very like detailed pieces of art, and he would do, his big thing was like the triptychs. So you'd have like the 3-panel of the art pieces. Absolutely love that. Too many keys on the saxophone. Kicking the table. Apologies for that unexpected bass in the stream. So yeah, I love this one. I really like, Lydia, I hope you can see the lobster with top hats. Very fancy. So So again, you can kind of see some of these like through. This is what shrimpwood looks like. This is a photo. This is a live feed of shrimpwood. Even the octopus, in addition to this beautiful parasol that this bright young man has, he has a top hat and bow tie, so everyone is prepared. There's a narwhal in the back. Beautiful. So lots of very like drippy colors, very emotive, very moody. I love that her hair fascinator has human molars on it and canines. Love that. Precursor SpongeBob. Yeah, this is Squilliam on like steroids. 100%. So absolutely love her work and the inspiration that she pulls from. So I hope that if anyone was new to her work or any of the artists that we talked about, just let me know if you want to Google stuff. If you don't have names, and I can just drop them in the chat. You can take a look. Another ad break is coming in about 20 seconds, unfortunately. So I'll wait for the ad break and then stick around and we can wrap up with last minute art thoughts. I like the neon color palette. That gets me. Oh, well, beautiful. Then I'm going to show you this one. I'll still be here. Camille Rose Garcia. Yes. Thank you. We love her. So we talked about today's artists. Renee, hang on. Can I get the... Oh, I need to get the... I can't get the diacritic is what it's called over the Renee, but... Okay. Okay. So that is everybody. Alrighty. Let's see. Did I spell McQueen right? I literally like copied it and then spelled it wrong. I really wish that I could I wish I could do like a big, like nice view, but some of these websites are just, they have so much going on. I can't look that up. What was the one piece that had the fish and the octopus? Let me see, I can go in. That was in... Macabre. The Dance Macabre. Where was it hiding? God, I love all these pieces so much. This one is very like Bowie inspired. I know I took my camera off, so you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but I promise. Okay, so this is down the rabbit hole. But which one is it? Which one is it? So I think that will be a collection of everyone. This one has a lot too, but I feel like Alice in Wonderland is just like a shoe-in for surrealism. Like there's so much that you can draw from, like caterpillar goes crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it is very strange that we don't have the like individuals for everyone, every piece in the show. Yes, learning something new, and I get to talk about art. We love it. We love art here. We love making art. We love supporting art. I'm all about it. Beautiful. Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out and yapping about art. I know I got to go in a little bit deeper than we usually do. I love the fun chats, but I do love the very much passion projects and passion interests. And if I could have even more artists on here that I could feature, I absolutely would. And this is just like general like people. If I could even just focus on my friends that do stuff, I would be beside myself. Especially like at like cons, it's like literally, it's like all of Artist Alley. Look what you made. You did this. I draw a stick figure and give it a little purple highlighter for hair, and I'm like, all right, I'm set, done. But I give them all the love and all the credit in the world. So, Grinch, now I feel cultured. You are always cultured. You are an artist. Like literally everyone in here is an artist in some capacity. And don't you dare try to come back at me and say otherwise. Because I know you guys. Social mad at me too. Oh no, you are, I'm so glad that you joined. I'm so glad that you said hello and stopped in. Again, the different streams might be a little more on the silly side or on the more, you know, topic du jour. So you never know what you're gonna get. But that's half the fun, right? Yeah, Walls, already time has flown by, and I do want to make sure, I know I think it was our last stream, we did 2.5 hours. We went a little bit over, but it was a good chat. We put our album on a little bit later, which I still have over here. Socialite Man on Thursdays, if you are so inclined and if your schedule allows, we throw on a vinyl and I make a cocktail that goes with the vinyl. So we call that Spin and Sip Thursdays. And then Monday, pandeMONIum, we let the D20 decide whatever we talk about. So if that is something that you're interested in, if you like a good cocktail, which is why shots are one of my redemption channel points features, then definitely come by and hang out. We call it the lounge. We chill. We have a drink. We have music. There is cosplay. I am wearing a piece of cosplay, which Grinch in the chat redeemed. So there's lots of little bonuses and little fun things I like to mix it up with. Yes, Walls, however the dice decides. I'm not in charge. Like, it's up to the D20, like most things in my life. Like, I don't know how to make the decision. Just roll a D20. Just hope for the best. Please don't crit fail. Please don't crit fail. Insert Patrick Bateman pointing to stereo meme. That's me. I'm like, hip to be square. That's me. So I'm trying to sell albums to you guys. But it is that time. So thank you everyone for hanging out and for being a part of this wonderful pandeMONIum. I'm gonna let my neck breathe just a wee little bit. And thank you very much for joining. For everyone that is just chilling in the lurk mode, I see you. I love you. We love our lurkers. We love our chatters. Creative Geek, thank you so much for hanging out. Walls, great stream. Thank you for being a part of it. You make it a great stream. Mwah. Much love to you guys, and I will catch you Thursday.